All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Tulane's campus for today's Game 3 weekly press conference. This is the Maine game. The game will kick off at Saturday at 7:04 Central Standard Time. It will air live on ESPN3 and then ESPN College Extra, which I believe is the old DirecTV sports package. If you need information about that, that's new. I'll be glad to get that to you. Saturday's game, Military Appreciation Night, and then will also be whiteout game. And CJ will go into that a little bit more, but we're asking all our fans to wear white. And now here's our head coach, CJ Johnson.
Well, hopefully after this I can get some sleep. My wife, she's going to be mad with me again because I probably won't. Very, very disappointing game. I think Georgia Tech is a great football team. You know, you like to see progress with this team, with these guys, but you know, I thought the defense played pretty decent early, but then I thought towards the end, I think they kind of overwhelmed us. Offense never really got going again this week. It's 2 weeks in a row. Special teams really hurt us again, and you know, we're making some changes in that. But it was just disappointing. I think our kids are disappointing. They hurt. They need some success. They need some confidence. And you know, this week, I don't know if you guys came to practice, but we cut back on a lot of stuff. We're just going to run the stuff that we think we know, and you know, hopefully we get some success and we get some confidence going. You know, there's a good Maine team coming in here. And by the way, this weekend, you know, let's support our team. We're going to try to do a wide out, and a lot of people do it. And I want our fans to come out and dressed in white and just show your support for this team. I think you can will us to a victory this week. Any questions?
Please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get a microphone to you.
How much did not having Darion Monroe hurt last week, and how disappointed are you in a guy that has been around this program for so long and who understands, you know, the culture to slip up the way he did?
Very, very disappointed. You know, the leadership, you know, has to be better, especially through him. He's the mainstay of our defense, and you know, we can't miss a guy like that. He can't miss any games for what we do, and you know, it was just disappointing, and we miss him tremendously. As you know, he's probably one of our best tacklers. He's our signal caller. He's our quarterback on defense, and he's played so many games, and he's logged in so many games. So that was a huge disappointment.
As far as when the game got kind of out of hand, when you look back at the film, did you start to see effort waning at all, or was that not an issue?
Yes, I did. That was, and it was two things. I saw some effort waning. You know, Marley's going to play hard. Most of the guys are going to play hard. But what we did was, you know, we got a couple of injuries in there, so we started to take guys out the game and put some younger kids in. You know, I look back there, it was all freshmen, and you know, one time we didn't have enough men on the field. Freshman runs off the field, and then so they score a touchdown. So I saw the effort really go down, and that's what I have to instill in those guys, that you know, you gotta know when you're in the game, and you gotta stay in the game, and then you also gotta give effort. If you don't do anything else, you can control your effort.
Is Leglue going to do the long snapping on punts this week too?
Yeah, God, you've been at practice. Yeah, you know, I can't keep a secret now. Yeah, you know, yes, he will. You know, we've done this a couple times with our long snapper, and you know, I just want some consistency. I just want the ball to be snapped right to the guy so he can punt it or kick it. And so we're gonna try John Leglue out, and I think he's worked hard, and he deserves a shot at it.
Are there what changes are you going to try to make on offense to kind of get this team going?
You know, I think we got to simplify. I think we definitely got to run LeCedric some more. You know, we've been 2 games, we've been backed up. I don't think our team is really capable of going, you know, just being a 80-yard drive team. And, you know, we don't want to get wild and willy and just throw the ball all over the field where our quarterback get hit even more than he was getting hit. You know, hopefully I could make some change because we had a couple guys in the offensive line that's a little bit banged up, and I hope they'll be at the game.
CJ, Duke and Georgia Tech are 2 Big 5 teams. Those are tough opponents, but the way you've lost both these games, blowout losses, how do you get these kids to get fired up, to get back on track after such disheartening losses?
Two things we want to do, and you know, I don't know if we could have beat those 2 teams, but we definitely could have played a lot better. You know, 2 things we want to do. We want to be very positive with them. You know, I think these kids need some encouragement. They need something to hold on to. They're looking around everywhere. They're looking for answers, and we got to be the lead guys doing it. I think our staff is doing that, and then cutting back to the bare basics. I mean, we can have a one-page game plan and just going on offense and defense and just play and do the things that we know, and they'll get some confidence, and I think we'll start winning some more games.
Is there a phase that you're particularly, you know, upset with right now, or is it really this is everything is kind of going wrong at the same
Yeah,
time?
you know what? Early on, when you play two good teams like this, and we're not as good as we want to be, you upset. You look at the film, you're just upset. You're upset. Well, I can't be upset with everything. There's some things that really happened well. Look what Devin Bro's doing. He's having a phenomenal year so far. I think Teddy Veal is playing pretty good. By the way, he's a little bit banged up. I like Cedric how he ran the ball hard. He's a guy that we want to get the ball to. But when you're down 21-0, you just one dimensional. Tanner's done some good things, but you can't see it because he's getting pressured. The offensive line is done. It's one thing after another. With a bunch of things, and the defense usually plays hard throughout. And this is the first time I thought they just kind of waned in the second half.
You've got a veteran offensive line, but it looks like in the first two games there's been some confusion when teams are doing rushing and stunts like that on the pass rush. How disappointed are you on that, and how do you get that corrected?
Disappointed on that. We can simplify our protections. I think the backs have their hand in that also. It's just when you're playing different backs also you do that. We just got to streamline who we playing and what situations. I think we kind of playing too many guys, and I think the backs will help with the offensive line. Offensive line will be fine. I think we got to get back to running it. It's easy when you're one dimensional, when you throw, when you got to throw it, and they know you're coming, so they can dial it whatever they want to. We just got to get more balance.
When you say be positive, some coaches in this situation might shake up the lineups, demote guys for performance and so forth like that. Is that just not your nature to do that, or is this the way you feel like this is what this team needs is positive reinforcement?
No, that's definitely my nature. In the past, I've demoted guys, a lot of guys, but I think right now, we're playing against teams that we're kind of going uphill against a little bit. In the way the games have gotten out of hand, I'd have to demote the whole team, including myself. But I just think that this is one thing that I got to see some positive stuff out of these guys this week, and I think I'll get it. Georgia Tech was just a fast defense. That option was, it was at warp speed, and by us losing one of our leaders, it just really hurt us. It was one of those things that was compounded one thing after another.
Is Sean Wilson going to be able to come back this
No,
week?
he won't be after. Hopefully we can get him back for the Central Florida game after the bye. He needs to be back though. That was another thing. In the middle, you got to have your middle secure. If you don't get your middle secure against the option, you got to stop the dive. And we really didn't do what our goals were.
At this point, you probably can't have overconfidence against anybody, but playing an FCS team this week and then an open date. What does these 2 weeks represent for you and your program right now that you're able to, an opportunity to do to get things reversed?
Very important 2 weeks. I think the number one thing is getting confidence. These young men got to get some confidence. They got to have something good happen to them, and I think they will. The one thing that I would say is I think they're willing to do whatever they need to do. They just don't have the confidence that they need, and I think that's what we got to try to do. We got to play our best ball right now and continue to move and move on in an upward way.
Coach, are you shocked by what you've seen?
Yeah, I'm not shocked by the losses, but I'm shocked by the inconsistency of the play and the lack of confidence. I'd like to see us play a lot harder throughout, and I'd like to see us play with more confidence, and we just hadn't done that, and that's probably the most shocking thing. But like I said again, I don't know if we could have beat those teams or not, but just inconsistency of the play and just the amount of how we lost the games. I'm shocked at that.
Two little things. Did Darion address the team when he came back this week? Did he talk to them and kind of explain it? And then how much do you need his leadership as you enter this stretch where you're saying, you kind of are feeling that this is an important couple of weeks to turn things around?
Yeah, you know what? The one thing he did do, he talked to every guy, not just addressing the team, but he talked to everybody as a man. He owned up to it. And one thing about this team, they're good kids. They own up to it. And we definitely need his leadership. We can't have any more of anything. We need everybody. We need every man on this team. And everybody got to pull together. The one thing we got to do is we got to stick together, and it can't be I, and me. Like even me, I can't be I. It has to be us. And it's all of us in this thing, and we the guys that's going to pull us out of it. Any more questions? Thank you guys very much. Oh, excuse me.
Any other changes besides just the long snapper?
Yeah, we got a couple things that we're doing differently, I would say, and at the game we'll do some things a little bit different at the game. We'll play less people. I think you're gonna see Cedric running the ball a little bit more. Veal and Bro gonna play some more. So we'll do some stuff. We're gonna get the ball down the field to Trey Scott and do some things like that. Thank you guys.